Thank you for joining us. I am Coach T. Nicole. Hello, 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 beautiful souls. I am Coach T. Nicole, and I am the founder of I Arise Co. in the city of Pontiac, Michigan. And so tonight is Echo of Ease. Each and every Wednesday. Hey, beautiful sister, how are you doing? So I am excited for tonight because normally I do this in person. However, tonight we were expecting a snowstorm slash ice. And so tonight I said, let me go live because I'm creating a safe space here in Pontiac. And so just to tell you guys a little bit about who I am and how this came to be. So my name is Coach Tina Cole, and I am the founder of IRI's Co. in the city of Pontiac, Michigan. And I am a survivor of early childhood sexual trauma. And so for years, I did not know how to show up as myself. I didn't know how to be who that I am. I mean, be the person that I am today. And so I had to go on a journey of self discovery, of self healing, and just really find my identity. Thank you so very much for the likes and the love. And so the thing is, I had to really go through the trials of life. And for so long, I felt unseen, unloved, like I didn't belong in this world. But however, always knew deep down inside of me that my life had more purpose and it had meaning. So for years, I didn't show up. Like I said, I was very timid. I didn't want people to look at me a certain way, talk to me a certain way, treat me a certain way. So I dim my light. I allow others to dim my light. And I just allowed people to make me feel less than what I really was. And so for years, I went on this journey, like I said, to just try to find my truth, really try to learn to embrace my curves, my flaws, my mistakes, everything. Because I didn't feel pretty enough. I didn't feel like I was heard. I didn't feel like I was seen. And that was a problem for me. So, for everybody that's coming into the room, I am taking you guys on a journey just to know a little bit more about who I am. And then, so in this space, it's called Mindfulness, Echoes of Ease, Mindfulness Moments. And so, here in this space, I normally do it in person. However, the weather here in Pontiac is not so good. So I said, you know what? Let me go live. Let me create the space here so that way people in other parts of the world can see me too. So not just here in my city. But hi Millie, how are you doing today? Welcome, welcome to this safe space. So here I'm just giving you a little bit of story about who I am and how this came to be. So if you are in the room, I want to say hello to you and then let you know that we all have a story. And so my story, it didn't start off the best. When I was younger, like I said, I had to go through the trials of life. I had to figure out my identity. I had to figure out how to show up each and every day. And then just to not allow people to shrink my being. And the thing is, I know that tests and trials sometimes they come and we don't realize they're not there to destroy us. They're there to build our muscle. They are there to ensure us safety, meaning you find your strength, you find your peace in the tests, even though it don't always look good. But that's what something that I had to learn on the journey called life, right? And it's like I had to realize my power. I had to realize my potential. So in the beginning, I didn't know my power. I didn't know my potential. I didn't know that I was worthy of love. I didn't know I was worthy of second chances. I didn't know how important my life was. And so for everybody that's in this room, I want to say again, welcome, because many of you do not know my story. And so today, I'm not going to go into the full story, but each and every Wednesday, in the city of Pontiac, I hold a safe space where we do some deep breathing, we do meditation, we do stretching, we do a lot of different things to heal the body because as a trauma survivor, I had to go on a journey to find what works for me, what helps me beyond medication, beyond just feeling unseen and unheard. So it's some things that I wanted to invite you guys to experience. So I learned how to deep breathe. I learned how to meditate. I learned how to just be. And I also learned how to let go. And so in this moment, in this space, I'm actually going to attempt to light this sage because I need to clear the room, right? And not only do I need to clear the room, I just want y'all to see, sometimes you do different things to help you on your journey. And so for me, I do a couple things. And so I'm excited because I'm getting a second chance in life. I'm getting another chance to just be. And I don't have to worry who likes it and who don't like it. As long as we create what makes sense to us and for us, it's okay then. So I want to say welcome again to my space. This is mindfulness moments, well, echoes of ease, mindfulness moments. So you have to find things that help you on your journey, especially if you're healing from past trauma. So if you guys are in the room, don't be afraid to like my video. Don't be afraid to share. Don't be afraid to tap the screen if you're able to. Whatever the case may be, I'm just glad that you're here with me in this space. So we will be listening to music. And again, find your comfortable place. And so, for those that don't know, again, I'm just here and I'm just giving you some things that you might need on your journey of healing, of self discovery, and being someone who grew up in a church. And I only thought it was one way, and that was just to heal, to go on the journey of healing. Like just go to church. I'm supposed to just pray. But your faith without works is dead. It's something that I've discovered on this journey. And so I don't only just pray. I don't only just read the Bible. I actually meditate. I fast. I pray. And I'm finding different things that work for me. So you have to find what works for you. So my lighter is done. But that's okay. I won't be lighting the sage. But matter of fact, look, y'all. I got a whole candle right here. I don't know if you can see the candle, but I will be doing this just to clear the air in my space. I got a window. You're supposed to have a window or a door open when you do the sage. And so I have a door open partway. And so I just want to say thank you for coming here. Thank you for coming to my space. So I am Coach T. Nicole, and I am on a journey of healing. And so my job and what I have been given charge is just to guide people to go on the path that works for them. Like go within. A lot of times we be afraid to sit with ourselves because we might be afraid of what shows up. But I want you to not be afraid to discover your truth. So if you are here, don't be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to share the video. Don't be afraid to just simply be. Be in the moment. I know who I am. I embrace her. I love her. And I love the God within me because the God within me shows me how to love despite my flaws, shows me how to forgive, how to move on past the hurt. So in this space, we release everything that no longer serves us purpose. So I want to say thank you for being here in this space. If you don't mind, tap the screen for me, share the live, tag somebody that you may know that just is looking for answers. Because one thing I've learned, I will get the breakthroughs that I need. For those that don't know, I'm also an author. I wrote this book, and it's called Breakthrough Awaits by T. Nicole. Breakthrough Awaits. You can find it on Amazon. And so I went on this spiritual journey in 2005 where I had to find out who I was, not based on my mom and dad's religion, not based on growing up in the church, not based on my life experiences, but because of the things that I endured. And so now I am walking boldly, courageously, because I became one of the best versions of myself. And this version is the heal version, because I remember a time when I wasn't here. So I'm not going to do a lot of talking because I want us to be able to just reflect. I want us to be able to just breathe. I'm going to do a guided meditation as my heart leads it. But I want to say, welcome to this space. And don't be afraid to simply just be you. Don't be afraid to simply just let go. Don't be afraid to show up as yourself. So, again, thank you for joining me. I am Coach Nicole, and welcome to Echoes of Ease Mindfulness Meditations. I hope you guys can hear me. I do apologize if the music is too loud. Please forgive me, but I want to make sure. I miss you too, cousin. My cousin is on my live. Hi, baby girl. How are you? I want to read you guys a declaration from my book. I am in complete control of my inner critic. I have the power to establish any goal that I set for myself. I will listen, spend time with God, and get to a place where I am willingly to, to be stretched and challenged to grow. I will never allow someone's opinion or belief to cripple my confidence or stop me from achieving my desired reality. So, I want you guys to know something. For those that are just coming into the room, my cousin Toy, she has been through the fire. And I'm so glad that she's actually here with us today because of the simple fact the enemy tried to take her out, but she's still standing. And so I just read something about the voice within us. So sometimes we allow this voice. It could either be a good voice or it could be a voice that tries to take you off your course. But you have to be willing to listen to the good that's telling you to keep living, to keep showing up, to keep evolving into the better version of yourself. And you can no longer allow people's validation, their beliefs to stop you from reaching your fullest potential. Oh, no, 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 no. I did not mean to invite them to co host. I am so sorry. Hi, I am so sorry. I did not mean to bring you on. Please forgive me. Okay, can you close it for me? I apologize. Yeah, I brought them on, but didn't mean to bring them on. I'm so sorry. Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing two things at one time. I'm on TikTok and I am on YouTube. So I want to read something to you guys. So this is an insert from out of my book. And as we release and as we let go, as we move forward in our life, right? So, for those that are just tuning in, this is Mindful Echoes of Ease, Mindful Meditations, our mindfulness moments. So, I wrote a book in 2024 is when I wrote this book. And so I am a survivor of early childhood sexual trauma. And so for years, I did not know how to show up as myself. I was very timid. I was very insecure. I just was going through a lot of trauma, right? And so I went on a journey in 2013, lost my job, lost so much, right? But I had to go on a spiritual journey to find out who God was for myself. I had to find out who I was. I had to find out where my happiness was. And so I was very vulnerable. And so I want to read something from my book. And it says, be vulnerable with yourself. It says vulnerability can be petrifying for some, and it can seem too soft of a concept for those who see themselves as strong and courageous. When you hear the word vulnerable, what images come to the mind? Do you see someone who is weak or easily abused? Do you picture a person in your life who is overly sensitive or thin skinned? Or maybe you've had healthy experiences with vulnerability that allow you to be content with yourself and open to others. Maybe for you, vulnerability is a way to express your strength. So I don't know if anybody has ever experienced this, but it says if you're like me, I would imagine that many of you reading this book may have a stressful relationship with vulnerability. As a child, there were some personal issues I could discuss and some that I couldn't. So being vulnerable was not an option. I developed tough skin and learned how to keep my thoughts to myself because I didn't want to show weakness. Weakness went unrewarded in my community. The only time I went, or the only time I felt safe enough to be vulnerable was when I was around people I was comfortable with, and they were few. So growing up, I was strong. I was strong. I had to always be the strong friend. I had to always be the strong person. So, for those that are just tuning in, I wrote this book called Breakthrough Awaits, and it is an empowerment journal. But I want you guys to know, like, today, I'm that strong person still. And that is dangerous, especially when you always give yourself to others and then in return it seems like nobody is there to pick you up when you need to be picked up because everybody thinks you're strong. Because again, I was the one that always was strong, and I played the role that I was strong, but it was more so a mechanism where I had to cope with things. I had to be strong. Because for those that don't know, like for those that are just coming into the room, into the space, I was hurt when I was a child. And so the thing was, I held on to so much. I couldn't tell people my secrets. I didn't want nobody to look at me different. I didn't want people to judge me based on what happened to my past. And so now, here it is, as I'm older, I have learned to be vulnerable. And I've learned that it's okay to be vulnerable. But I have to create this space here for other people to be vulnerable because I know when sometimes when you have to be that strong person, when you have to always be everything for everybody, and when you need the help, it's like you're crashing. It's like you're stressed out. It's like you start having panic attacks. It's like so much, and it's too much for a person to carry. And so here at I Arise Co, I believe Everybody deserves an outlet. I believe that everybody deserves to be free. So every Wednesday, it used to be on Mondays, but we moved it to Wednesdays. And so because the weather was not good, I said I wanted to hold this space here. Because somebody might want to inbox me because I have a lot of clients that come into my inbox. They call me up and we talk and we work through some things because, again, healing, everybody deserves the healing. Everybody deserves to be free. Everybody deserves to just show up as they self. So sometimes I create a space throughout the day just so we can talk. So for everybody that's in the room, I want to say thank you for being here. But we're going to do a meditation before we get off the live. But I just wanted to say, guys, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me. But I just wanted to open the floor up because, again, I feel like we were just talking about how sometimes we have to be okay with being vulnerable because sometimes our strong friends, they don't know how to be as vulnerable as some other people may be, but you're going to make sure you check on that person that might be too strong because you never know what's going on in that mind of theirs. And they might just need somebody to just check in on them, somebody to say, how are you doing? I don't want nothing from you today, but I just want you to listen. I just want to listen to you. I just want to be what you need. But before we get off this live, like I said, I want to make sure that y'all just do a little meditation with me because as the strong friend, I'm not just going to be the strong friend. I am a coach, so I can hold people up. And so I've learned to show up as myself. I was on the phone earlier with a friend and I told her, she was like, how you been doing? I've been watching you. I told her today, I said, I am amazing because I've learned to let go. So that tough skin that I had, it made me a better person. Everything I endured, it made me better today. Because I ain't gonna lie, there was some days that I wasn't good, but even in the midst of that, I learned how to find my voice. I learned how to use my voice. I'm learning how to show up. So I said, even though I couldn't be in person with people, I still needed to go live because of the simple fact somebody that may need this. Somebody might be like, you know what, T, thank you for coming on the live because I needed what you had today. I needed to hear you. I needed to know that you were a safe place, not a place of judgment, but a place to just come and be. And so let me see if the music is ready. So before you go, we're going to do this meditation. I'll try to make sure that the music isn't too loud. So if you want to, you can close your eyes or just get comfortable. So today, I just want you to breathe. You can put your heart on your chest and one hand on your stomach and just breathe. I want you to breathe in positivity. And then I want you to release all worries. In this moment, I want you to breathe in gratitude. And release all fears. In this moment, I just simply want you to breathe. And release everything that no longer serves your purpose. In this moment, I release all things that no longer serve me. I release all of my fears. I release all frustrations. I release all worries. I release all failures. I release all pain. I release the things of my past that were meant to destroy me. I release every fear. I release everything that no longer serves me. I welcome love. I welcome peace. I welcome joy. I welcome hope. I welcome family. I welcome these moments, and I embrace right now. I am grateful for my breath. I am grateful for my body. I am grateful for my limbs. I am grateful for everything. I invite you to just sit here and embrace the moment. You are deserving of love. You are deserving of your heart's desire. I welcome everything that my heart desires. I want to say thank you guys for being in this space with me. Thank you for trusting who you are. Continue to go on the path that will allow you to grow and to become who you need to become for yourself and for those that you love. You are more than enough. You are so wonderful. And how do I know you are wonderful? Because you decided to stop by here. I don't want anything from you. I just want you to be who you were called to be. Be the best version of yourself and show up daily. No longer afraid, no longer holding on to hurt, doubt, worry, fear, or anything that no longer serves you. But each day you allow your light to shine. You allow the world to see you as your amazing self, as the best version of you. So thank you for coming to this space. Thank you for just being here. I appreciate you more than you know, and I am grateful. So thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for just showing up. So I'll see you guys next week, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care. I am Coach T. Nicole, and I will see you soon.